are overly excited to have the driver of number 10 Chip Ganassi Racing Honda joining us today. Alex Palou, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
The first season at Chip Ganassi Racing has been great for you so far. It seems you are towards the front every week. The last two races were circumstances beyond your control with a blown engine at Indy and contact from Rhinus VK at Gateway. Does this change your approach entering Portland into the last two rounds, or you continue the same approach you've had all season long?
Yeah, I think we obviously the move to Chip Ganassi Racing and the experience I had from the first year made our season really successful so far. Unfortunately, as you said, we had two really bad weekends, the last two, but they were both out of our control. We had mechanical failure at Dindy, and then that gave us a grip penalty at Gateway, and that put us in a bad situation for the race. So really unfortunate, but we were in both weekends. We were super strong. So I know that as soon as everything goes smooth for us, we'll be able to fight for races again. And Portland, I love that track. We had the opportunity to test there this year and get to know our car and the balance and what do we need to go faster. So I'm sure it's going to be a good weekend for us.
Last year, you didn't race in the three tracks of Portland, Laguna Seca, and Long Beach. Does this play a disadvantage not having racing experience compared to the veterans like Scott Dixon, Will Power, and Sebastian Bourdais?
Obviously, right? Like they all know those tracks, and I know Portland, but I only tested a day there, and it's not the same when you test and when you race. So Long Beach, it's a brand new track for me, and Laguna, I had the opportunity to test again. But yeah, it's a disadvantage, but nothing we can do, right? Like I cannot do anything to change that until we go there. And the good thing is that Barber, the first race of the season, was also a new track for me, and we were able to win there. So hopefully it goes as well as it went on the season opener.
You tested at Portland International Raceway earlier this year. The track has hosted CART from 1984 to 2007, third visit for the NTT IndyCar Series since returning in 2018. What are your initial thoughts of the track and potential challenges of running with 23 other entering the festival corners at the end of the straight?
Yeah, I think Portland is a really different track to some other tracks that we go to. Every track is different, obviously, but I think you need a really balanced car where you have really high speed corners, really hard brakings, and I think it's going to be super challenging to qualify well and to avoid any contact in the first couple of corners because they are really tight, that first chicane and the first and second corner. But yeah, I think it should be fun. It's a track where even if you start in the back, you can overtake. It's if you have a fast car and you can perform well with your car, I think you can overtake, and it should be fun with strategies, tire deck, fuel consumption, and the IndyCar stuff from all the racetracks.
This year, you have led the points most of the season. Pato O'Ward has the lead and appears to be the biggest competition for you. Going back to entering Barber Motorsport Park to start the season, did you anticipate the two of you would be leading and battling for the championship?
It's always tough to say, right? Like you always want to be in that position to be winning and leading the championship and fighting for it. But yeah, you never know, and especially in IndyCar because you're going against people that's been winning for so long and been competing in IndyCars for so long that you know that they have an extra experience that you don't have. Like Scott Dixon, he's been able to win six championships, and he knows how to win a championship. I don't know how to win an IndyCar championship. So things like that, and things like not knowing some tracks. I knew it was going to be a tough year, but yeah, I've been surprised that we've been so strong in so many different tracks, and yeah, hopefully we can get that championship back home.
You've raced in Europe, Japan Super Formulas. We often hear about racing from road course, street courses to the ovals. How was your approach to the ovals, and overall, do you enjoy the ovals as much as any other track?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't have as much as experience as on a road course or street course, but I do enjoy a lot the ovals. I think it's awesome to drive in the cars on an oval, short track, or super speedway. But yeah, I think this year we've been really strong. We had two top tens in Texas. Then we went to Indy 500, and we were fighting for that race until that last lap, and we lost it again, Elio, but we finished it second there, and yeah, unfortunately, Gateway we had that accident. But yeah, I think it's super fun, and I'm enjoying a lot the ovals.
Last race weekend at Gateway, we saw aggressive driving, pushing the pursuing car up against the pit wall entering turn one. We've seen similar moves in Portland during the Portland Grand Prix. Does racing for a championship alter your racing style at all this close to the season finale?
I don't think so. I mean, you always want to race hard. You never want to get squeezed, or you don't want to squeeze anybody. But yeah, in IndyCar, you need to race hard, and it's allowed inside the lines. Like you cannot go crazy. But yeah, I think it doesn't change much because if you get a win, that win it's gonna allow you to be much better by the end of the season at the season finale. So we want to win at Portland, and we want to win at Laguna because we know that's going to make it easier for us to win that championship.
After Portland, two more races remain. You and O'Ward competed for your first IndyCar championship. Behind, you got Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden won another championship. What did it mean to win a championship against these drivers?
For me, it would mean a lot. It would mean everything. That's a dream, right? One of the dreams was to drive IndyCar, but you don't want to drive IndyCars and just drive around. You want to be winning, and you want to be a champion. So I want to be able to say that we are champions. I think we've been really close this year, and we just need to get that last push. Just do the job that we've been doing, but just get that last push to get that championship. So it will mean a lot to win it against Scott and Newgarden, against Pato as well, and against everybody, right? So the first thing is that we want to make sure that the Chip Ganassi racing car wins the championship, but I'll try and make sure that it's the number 10.
Alex, thank you so much for taking your time out of your schedule, and best of luck in the Grand Prix of Portland.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joe. It was fun.